Hello, everybody. Welcome to the session. Today is July 14, 2022. This is our 3D market commentary. And my name is Jose Blasco. I will be taking care of the session for today, where we prepare before the US market opens in 1 hour time. So 1 hour before the bell, we get ready by analyzing the five most important markets out there, such as gold, dollar, S&P, Bitcoin, as well as crude oil. And we prepare looking at those markets, looking at them in 3 dimensions. And if you don't know what that is, you're about to discover it. Before we get started, I'm going to highlight our financial disclaimer in the upper left side of the screen. Please read it carefully. It is important information. I always point at the fact that it's fairly short, so I am indeed counting on you guys to read it completely because it's important. So please do so. Thank you so much. And it's been fully highlighted, which I believe should have given you time to read it. So we're going to jump into the real-time charts right now. And here we go. Here we are. On the right side of the screen, I have a chart with the S&P 500 index on a daily time frame. And we're going to go over, as I said, five markets, which I'm going to analyze on the right. On the left, you can see here our July 14 news flash, which, by the way, in case you don't know or you have not done it yet, you can subscribe to the news flash utilizing the information on the screen. That way you can receive this information on an email format 1 hour and a half before the US market starts trading, meaning 30 minutes before this time. And that way, if you miss these video streams because for whatever reason that day you cannot, so at least you can always benefit from the information by receiving it in your inbox. So looking at the markets in 3D, we're going to start with the S&P, and 3D means that we're going to look at first the market climate, second the on-field orders, and third the market volatility. So we're going to look at three different angles, three different parameters, three different components, which when combined gives us a proper 3D understanding of what's happening out there, and hopefully help you to position yourself better in your trading, in your investing, as the US markets are ready to open in 1 hour time. So what's the climate? Well, the climate is going to tell you more about what's the upcoming market direction. So what do we have in that sense from the S&P 500 index? What do we have? Okay, well, we have a climate which is confirmed to be down, and we can see it here using auto climate on the chart on the right, which is pointing at a red and thick dot. Auto climate, by the way, it's a tool which is free for you to access, so you can certainly look at our website and find it there. Later I will share on the screen the instructions so you can find it and activate it for yourself. I am running it on TradingView, which is the charting technology I'm using on the right. It's TradingView, which is free to use for everyone. So again, pretty handy. So again, the climate is confirmed to the downside on the S&P. We've been in this climate during 3 candles. Statistics suggest that 3 candles, 2.98, it's a normal thing to happen, meaning that so far the climate is just doing what it's expected to do. Now, is it likely to continue going to the downside? Well, the directional move is to the downside, but because we are reaching the statistical end of the climate from a duration point of view, 3 out of 3, so it's more likely for us to see the red climate to change to blue color sooner than later. Now, very conveniently placed, we have here a green UFO, which is located at 3713.5. This green UFO stands for on-field orders, and the on-field orders, basically, they are responsible for the upcoming turning points. So the expectation would be that when the S&P keeps dropping for a little bit, given the fact the climate is down, and gets to the UFO, we would probably get to see a turning point and get the S&P go back up, probably to reach the above red UFO, where we would find another turning point, in this case to the downside, and it may look something like that, and then it goes back down. Okay, so again, this is what we have in front of us when it comes to the S&P, based on the analytics processed by a computer in this case, which is obviously an emotionless being. Computers are better than humans at processing data, and obviously relying on processed data plus statistics is certainly a mechanical way to approach trading and investing, and certainly a smart thing to do. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just basically reading what you get to see on the screen. So sell on field orders 38.68, buy on field orders 13.5, down climate, which is confirmed, reaching its statistical end, and speed of movement, the 30, it's 27.92% a year. This is extracted from options on the S&P 500, and which is the VIX. And if we reverse engineer the pricing models, that means 66 points a day, either up or down, 145 points a week, either up or down, 300 plus points a month, either up or down. That would be the speed of expected move, which is not bad at all. So the next market we're going to check is crude oil. Now that we know more about the S&P, I'm giving you on the screen the instructions to get the apps, the Auto Climate and the Auto UFOs. You just need to go to our website and take a look at the apps section. I am now switching to crude oil. I'm going to click here on the right on my watch list, crude oil CL. This is crude oil futures. I'm going to click 1, 2, 3. The moment I clicked, notice how automatically both the climate and the on-field orders are plotted for me on the screen. Speed of the light, very convenient, very powerful stuff. So what's the climate? Well, as mentioned yesterday, it's a very extended climate, 10 out of 578. It's a confirmed climate to the downside, but it's surpassed by double what statistics would suggest. So certainly something not expected from a statistical point of view, but it's happening. And probably the reason why it's happening is very simple. There is no buy orders until we get to 80. Therefore, while statistics suggest it's felt enough, because there is nothing to stop crude oil from falling, because there is no green UFO at this moment in time, so crude oil keeps falling. Like we commented yesterday, today it's been falling by around 2% already. So now, again, anytime, maybe tomorrow, maybe a few hours from now, you may get to see a green UFO on the screen right here. Well, guess what? If that was to be the case, now you would expect crude oil to come here and bounce and go back higher. But as long as we don't have that green UFO, and Auto UFOs will plot that real time, so as long as we don't have it, so the expectation would be to see this market keep falling for a little longer. Sell on field orders located at 189 to 105.24. Buy on field orders, as I said, 80.47 to 77.83. And volatility, expected volatility set at a rate of 51.76%. This is extracted from options on crude oil futures, and if we reverse engineer the pricing models, that is 3+ points a day, either up or down, 6, almost 7 points a week, either up or down, 14 points a month, either up or down, which is again a pretty interesting and volatile market to trade. Gold, another major, extremely relevant market in the world. So let me click on GC for gold contract. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. On fillers to buy, on fillers to sell. What do we have? Almost a copy paste picture if you compare gold and crude oil, as we said yesterday as well. We are in a confirmed climate to the downside, very overextended, 17 out of 5.68. So it surpassed by at least 3 times, the statistical normal duration, which is 5.68. It went way past normal duration. I also commented in prior sessions that this very, if I can use a non-official term, this very boring price action, boring being a non-official technical term, basically doesn't count because really nothing was happening. So this is really when the climate is now progressing. And again, more likely going to turn up than continue going down, because 17 is way more than 5.68. But just like crude oil, it keeps falling. Why? Because there is no buy orders to turn it around until we get to 1652.8. So again, knowing that buy orders are located at 1652.8, sell orders are located at 1783.4. So there is a pretty wide range for gold to move between. And again, shorting now based on probabilities, it's not the smartest trade in the world, because we are late to the party. 17 is very late to the party compared to 568. But I would say it could certainly continue falling. And if it falls, then buying using those green UFOs could be a good counter trend trade. If you are a counter trend trader, rallying gold all the way to the red UFO. And if it gets to the red UFO, probably a very interesting shorting opportunity, depending on other market conditions and your own trading plan, to short gold and take advantage of movements to the downside. Those movements will be expected to happen at a rate of 18.36% a year, which again, we are extracting that information from options on gold futures contracts. And if you reverse engineer the model, we are talking about 19.77 points a day, either up or down, 43.53 points a week, either up or down, 19.60 points a month, either up or down. So let's move now to the dollar market, the dollar index, which it's really one of the markets which has been making a major, massive difference and probably is responsible for everything. Okay, combined with bonds, which I'm not analyzing. Okay, but the bond markets and the dollar index is obviously extremely related and correlated. But anyway, going back to the dollar index, we have the dollar index going higher. Very, very extended climate, 12 out of 494. Very, very extended. Of course, this situation, just like multiple prior climates that were already very extended beyond what statistics suggest. Okay, so that's not a surprise, even though statistics suggest otherwise. In the very recent times, this market is not behaving the way it normally behaves. Why? Well, because again, very, very important situation that has not happened for years and years and years, I would say decades, which is the fact that interest rates have been risen for the dollar, and therefore many currency holders are converting their currency into dollar to collect more interest rates. And of course, all this buying of the currency is just pushing the price of dollar just to keep going higher and higher and higher. It's absolutely unbelievable. And you can see how 2 days ago, and we talked about it, we talked about it 2 days ago, yesterday, the dollar went back down a little bit, entered this green UFO that was pure green, like the one below. And from pure green, it changed to olive green, meaning that now if the dollar falls, is less probability, even though there are still residual unfilled orders. And the moment it came to where the buy orders are, that's it, more buying for the dollar and keep going higher. So obviously this is helping gold to fall, crude oil to fall, the S&P to fall. Why? Because all those markets are priced in US dollars. And if the US dollar is stronger, then you need less dollars to buy the same thing, which means that same thing becomes cheaper. Why? Because with less dollars, you buy it. Why? Because the dollar is stronger. Okay, so I guess you are with me. So speed of movement for the dollar is expected to be at a rate of 12.70. That is 0.87 points a day, either up or down, 1.91 points a week, either up or down, 3.98 points a month, either up or down. And the last market that we're going to review is Bitcoin, very popular market since, let's call it a few years ago. Talking about popular, on the screen, you have a direct link to our link tree. So please go ahead and take a look and like us, follow us, and spoil us, and share and spread the word, and retweet us and share our post and so on. Because again, we are committed to helping many traders and investors, no matter if they are professionals or they are new to trading or experienced or non-experienced. And sometimes, just like in everything else in life, we don't know what we don't know. So if you are a fan of the UFOs, if you are into what we do and how we approach trading and investing, spread the word. That would be good for people out there, and certainly appreciated from us. So here is Bitcoin, okay? And you can see we are in a down climate that started a few days ago. It's confirmed, yes. And sell orders are located at 21,237, right here. And the buy orders are located all the way at 14. So again, we're in a down climate, so Bitcoin is more likely going to fall than rally based on statistics. If it was to try to rally, then when it gets to 21,000, probably is going to be hit down again. Why? Because there is a pocket of sell on field orders, which is relevant enough to be plotted on the screen in the form of a UFO. So certainly important things to keep in mind out there. Speed of movement for the Bitcoin is 83.11% based on implied volatility on options on Bitcoin. That is 1,000 plus points a day. either up or down, 2,300 plus points a week, either up or down, and close to 5,000 points a month, either up or down. That would be, again, the speed of movement. And today is Thursday, 14th of July. We don't have anything relevant here. Of course, it's not that relevant, but again, if you're looking for news, certainly something you could check. The unemployment claims number is reported every Thursday, so you can take a look. Again, I'm not talking about the unemployment number in the US. I'm talking about unemployment claims, which is a little bit of a raw number, and not the real number, if you wish, which is the percentage of unemployment. But still, it may create a little bit of extra volatility in the market. So again, if you don't have anything better to check today from a news point of view, which seems to be the case, so that would be the number for you to go and check. With all of this said, we just reached 45, which means that we are done with our market commentary today. Hopefully, this 3D approach to understanding the markets was helpful to you. Powerful indeed. Hopefully, easy to absorb if you are new to the markets. If you are new to the markets, for sure, connect with us, ask questions, don't be shy. We have all sorts of resources on our website. In case you have never seen our website, go take a look. Powerful site indeed. Lots of stuff in there, and hopefully we can help you powerfully. See you in the next one, my friends. Take care, trade well, and see you in the market in a little bit less than an hour. Bye-bye. See you then.